My stupid heart is what I blame when the arrow flies with perfect aim. It don't work out like I thought it would. My stupid heart still thinks it could. My stupid heart believes the lies the poets tell. Surprise, surprise, good love goes bad, falls apart, oh so sad. My stupid heart. My stupid heart can be so cruel, the way it plays me for a fool. It never learns. You think I know. My stupid heart is kinda slow. My stupid heart, it plays for keeps through hoops of fire. It bounds and leaps. It's all for love right from the start. That's how it is. My stupid heart. My stupid heart.
Radio Woodstock 100.1. Shawn Mullins live in the studio. New record is My Stupid Heart. My Stupid Heart plays for keeps. What does that mean to you, Shawn? Plays for keeps.
It don't stop loving. Yeah.
It loves a lot.
It loves a lot.
I know your history. You've been married a whole handful of times, right?
Yeah, not quite on the Willie Nelson level yet, but I'm getting there.
Not Steve Earle, Willie Nelson type numbers.
I'm getting there though. For my age, it's kind of right on track actually. If I keep getting married.
Are you going for the record?
I'm not. I'm
No?
done with that. I think at least for now. I'm taking
For
a break.
keeps.
I'm taking a break. No, but it's about the heart, you know. And I had an interviewer the other day say, you know, gosh, you're really down on yourself in that song. And I said, yeah, I guess it starts off that way, but by the end, you know, I'm hoping that people get that. Those last few lines, you know, it's basically saying you got to follow your heart no matter what, you know, and. Sure, you know, it's going to get broken and you sew it up and keep rocking.
Yeah.
You know?
If it don't break, it ain't working.
That's right. That's right.
Shawn, you played Levon's a handful of times as well, and all the musicians that come and do a ramble when Levon was around always learned something just by watching him play or playing with him. Was there any advice that Levon gave you? Any kitchen advice when you guys were hanging out?
Oh, he was always so wonderful, and it just kind of felt like I know everyone says this, but it felt like your granddaddy, you know, or your uncle or something. And I don't remember if he ever gave me any advice, but he sure was a lot of fun, and it just felt great to make music alongside him. It was a wonderful feel and spirit that he had on and off stage. And I mean, I remember the first time we came in, he was like, "Have y'all boys seen the collard green eating contest?" And we were like, "No, what is that?" And he said, "I got to show you." He brought the big screen down, and he showed us that on YouTube, and this other one called The Praying Pigs that he loved, you know. It was all like real Southern country stuff that he thought we would get, and we did.
Yeah.
You know, we're all from Georgia, so.
Whereabouts in Georgia are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, actually,
Okay.
in town, but a lot of my family was from the mountains of Georgia and sharecropper side of my family, and on my dad's side. And then Tom, who plays bass and sings with me and gets out on for most of the shows, he's from Athens, Georgia, so. Yeah, he also plays with Widespread Panic in the horn section and plays with Randall Bramlett Band as well.
Yeah.
So he gets around. When he's not with me, he's playing with everybody else.
Yeah. When you were coming around, was it the time of REM? And I imagine the B-52s were a little bit before your time.
They were, but I actually caught them at Georgia Tech when I was a kid. My brother was at Georgia Tech, and he's about 5 years older than me, and he took me to to some kind of mixer they had with the B-52s playing.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and it was really before it kind of really busted out of the college scene. So it was great. Yeah, that whole scene, you know, it was. I loved REM. I loved that early stuff, especially, and kind of the mix of you know, certain elements of country music and punk and you know, that kind of reckless abandon that they had, but at the same time it had this kind of country rock feel to it, and I love that stuff. Yeah, and then Indigo Girls were a big part of my beginnings. Being from Atlanta and rival high schools, they were at their first year at Emory when I was about halfway through school there at my high school. And I started catching them, and we got to be good buddies, and they helped me out a lot in the beginning. I opened a bunch of shows for them, so.
Are you playing with a band tonight?
No, it's just me and Tom.
Just
An
you and
intimate
Tom?
show tonight. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We were in Westchester not too long ago with the full band. Once in a while, we get up this way with a full band. It's that guarantee's got to come in right, you know, for me to make sure that I can afford to do it.
Shawn Mullins tonight at Levon Helms doing a ramble over there. Play some more for us.
All right, man. This is another one off the new record called Ferguson. All of ye fallen fathers and mothers, I hear you calling from deep in your graves. Songs about Jesus, songs about freedom, shackles and crosses, and the way blood behaves. Sailed the great ocean, sold down river, white fields of cotton, green fields of cane, the sweat from my bodies, the tears of our children, washed in the blood, and the promised land rain. Now brother fought brother on ground we now hallow, and sad hallelujahs the angels did sing. For promises buried in fields that lay fallow, the bell is too broken to let freedom ring. Are the dreams of the dreamers all misbegotten? 'Cause mama's still crying for the dying, and the war rages on, and and the blood we all bleed is the same shade of red.
Radio Woodstock 100.1. Shawn Mullins, Ferguson. Real powerful. I mean, in so many ways, that song from the new record is really. I mean, what perspective do you want to take? Did you change perspectives as you were writing that song and watching what was happening, going on?
No, it's pretty much my own perspective of the whole thing. You know, because there's angst and confusion and misunderstanding and all that. And I don't know, man. I guess, you know, when Chuck Cannon and I wrote it together and when we were trying to tackle it, and it became a mission we as everything was going down around that, and the riots and all the, you know, all the press and radio around it and stories, we basically were like, well, how can we tackle this to where it's not necessarily even taking a side, just telling a story and still getting the truth out as best we could, because that's kind of the main goal always, is telling the truth, you know. Yeah.
And that ain't easy, is it?
Well, and something like that, it becomes, you know, you can really quickly go into a political thing, and that's not what we wanted in it. We didn't want it to be about that. It was more of a historical sighting, or you know, like a little bit of a timeline of the history of mostly of the African Americans in this nation, but also it started off really me thinking about my family and sharecropping and indentured servitude with that. And I was standing in a cotton field in North Georgia when the song first came to me. And so I started thinking how removed from my own culture I was just 2 generations later.
Right, standing on that same patch of earth.
Right.
Right there.
But later, as that stuff broke out around Ferguson, the song, so really to answer your question, the perspective did change.
Yeah. Yeah, the truth, that's hard. Lies are easy to sing about and tell, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I try not to do it, but yeah.
Shawn Mullins tonight at Levon Helms in Woodstock. Get tickets at Levon. Actually, it says you get tickets after 7 o'clock tonight at the door if you want to go to the show. Can you play one more for us?
I'd love to. Yeah. Tom Ryan and I, he's on tour with me, we call him Panda. A lot of people know him as Panda. We wrote this last year at a festival down in Florida when we had a rainy day and we were watching too much TV. Now, on the album version, we use another word. I'm going to use the word ship with a P. Okay? I think it's going to work just fine. You can read it in the paper, watch it on the news. Everybody's got the pre-apocalyptic blues. You better be ready when the ship goes down. Yeah, you better head on down to Costco, get you a buggy full of rice and beans, year supply of 2-ply for your composting latrine, so you'll be ready when the ship goes down. Yeah, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, or you'll all be running scared. There ain't no second chances for the bravery impaired, 'cause you know there's a couple of commies hiding underneath your bed, and the zombies gonna eat up all the brains in your head. I got a Rambo knife with a compass and a ballistic bug-out bag. I got a AK-47, about 100 extra mags. I'm gonna be ready when the ship goes down. ISIS and Al-Qaeda, about 1 billion red Chinese. You say you ain't worried, and I say, honky please, you better be ready when the ship goes down. By my jacuzzi, there's an Uzi and an RPG. Got a Stinger missile mounted on my SUV. They won't get to me no matter who they are. I got landmines buried all over my yard, 'cause I read it in the papers, I watched it on the news, and now I got the cryptic pre-apocalyptic blues. I'm gonna be ready when the ship go down. Yeah, will you be ready when the ship goes down?
Radio Woodstock 100.1, Shawn Mullins. I didn't know you were a Doomsday Prepper. That's awesome. I'm with you, man. I've seen the news, too.